The Journal lucked into two very talented people this morning. Louise Berry is the writer, director, and choreographer for the Celtic Angels. And Tammy Scruggs-Duncan is the executive director of the Alleghany Highlands Arts Council. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having me, Jerry.
Good morning, Jerry.
This is an exciting scene for us, Louise, because your show is so cool. For those that haven't seen it, I mean, it's just so wonderful. And we really appreciate you taking the time to enlighten us a little bit more on it's all going to happen this next Friday. Louise, you and your troupe go all over the United States performing the show, don't you?
Yes, we do, Jerry. We're based in Florida, so that's where we start all of our rehearsals. And then from Florida, we make our way up the East Coast. We go up as far as New Hampshire, and then we move across into the Midwest. Back down again. It's a lot of this throughout the country. Back down again towards Texas, and again this tour. So we have two tours. We have Celtic Angels Ireland, which is in the Irish season, which is ever increasing, which I love. And then at Christmas time too. So for this particular tour, we're going to go as far north as Wyoming, and as far south as Florida. So all over.
Tammy, how did you, I believe this is the fourth time the group has been to the Covington and Alleghany Highlands area. How did you find these neat people?
Well, their agent, Vince Mitchell, is very effective. We've worked with him on a number of things, and I go to a conference every January where we see showcases of different types of talent from all over the world. And we saw the Angels, I think it was 2017. We brought them here the first time in 2018. Interestingly, in 2020, we had the performance of the Celtic Angels Ireland in March, 2 days before the COVID shutdown. We got this performance in, and then 2 days later, the governor shut down the state and the country for COVID. And then we brought him back in 2022. So we were really happy to. The audience loves this group. They respond really well, and they're always really excited and happy when they leave. So we were glad to be bringing them back again this year.
Louise, I'm really impressed when somebody says they're a writer of anything. Mm-hmm. I'm impressed when somebody is the director of a troupe or a group, and then a choreographer. Those are three distinct talents, but they're all attached to you. Mm-hmm. So, you must have started at a very young age to have all three talents and keep this all together. Give us a little background. Well, you may be a writer and a director and choreographer, but somehow you decided to combine all three.
I'm very fortunate. So my mom is a dancer and my dad is a singer back home in Dublin. And I started performing when I was 2. And people always say to me, how did they get you up on stage? And I correct them immediately and say, they did not get me. They had to stop me from getting on stage. It was very much kind of in the cards for me to do this. With this show in particular, I've been so fortunate to be able to travel the world in musical theater, in rock, in dance. And this show gave me the opportunity to bring all of those things together. The reason really for writing this particular show was we are a ragtag bunch in the cast, and we're from all over the world. And to have something in paper and in front, it makes life so much easier to be able to read the tangent of the show and to see the direction in front of you and to be able to kind of visualize and storyboard what you're going to see on stage. And it's been it's a joy to do this, and the people I work with are just absolutely fantastic. And again, I think I did say earlier that it's not as much talent as it is ADD.
Well, it seems to me that I've read somewhere that you do at least portions of, is it accurate? 30 traditional songs in the performance?
Absolutely. So what we would do with Celtic Angels Ireland especially is, so I've based the story arc on a piece of jewelry that we have at home, and it's called The History of Ireland, and it's 12 symbols. And actually my brother has it tattooed on his arm, which was my inspiration. So that runs all the way from, the 5th century through to now. Immigration being a huge part of our story. So what we've actually done is we've combined a lot of the traditional tunes in with some American classics, kind of to give you the arc and the influence of the music that's kind of global, really. There's over 33 million Americans have Irish heritage, and in their heritage,
Wow.
in their heritage is a part of me, and vice versa. So I love American music. I love the classics. I love global world music. And to be able to fuse those together with little quotes and little tunes and verses of things that, not everybody in the audience knows Irish music. And then when they hear something that is familiar to them played in an Irish style, it kind of, it awakens the audience, and it lets them be part of it.
Louise, when I fly into Heathrow, I continuously remind myself, you fly over Ireland to land at Heathrow, and I keep looking at all those divisions and the land and the stone walls and stuff, but I've never visited. But one thing that has always brought a smile to my face is the green of Ireland is so green.
It is. It really is. So, Jerry, next time you fly to Heathrow, just jump off the plane when you go over Ireland. It's a beautiful country, and you do, when you have that aerial view, it's amazing. It really is. You do see those stone walls, and you do see the 40 shades of green. It's real.
And Tammy, this is an opportunity not only to experience this talent, but for many people who live, let's say, in Highland County or Greenbrier County, Rockbridge County, this kind of gives the Arts Council an opportunity to expand your reach. They may not have seen a show since COVID, but with a group of this talent, it's really a special thing.
Well, to bring authentic talent of this caliber, I don't know if you know it, but Louise is quite famous in Ireland, into this community so that everyone from the surrounding communities can experience it. It's part of our mission. And so when we bring an artist into the community, they don't just get on the stage and perform. Celtic Angels have performed in the past. They did a performance at the Bryan Center one year. I think the last visit, they were at Covington Senior Center, and all the senior centers came there for that daytime performance, because some of them, don't come out at night. And this year they're going to do a meet and greet. The Arts Council has a support organization called the Arts Council Volunteer Guild, and the Volunteer Guild is invited to a little meet and greet down in the underground just before the performance. So people will not only get to see and hear the wonderful talent, they'll get a chance to meet and communicate with folks from on the other side of the pond.
Tammy, if you start at age 2, I would think she's pretty famous. I'd say that. Well, we really appreciate y'all taking the time to speak with us. It's all happening at the Historic Masonic Theatre, Friday, March 14th at 7 p.m. And it was a real delight to catch both of you together. And we can't wait to see you once again, Louise, in that troupe.
Yes, thank you so much. We're so excited, and I can guarantee you the performances won't let you down.
See you soon. Bye now.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you, Tammy.
See you, Louise.